Hello everybody, Corey here. Just a reminder, I'm not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor. I am just here to gather the data and present it to you so you can make your own opinions and decisions. Just a reminder, YieldMax ETFs are extremely risky. Please ensure you know what you're investing in before doing so. All right, so I didn't get around to doing the Friday trades and holdings. I had drill this weekend and I just never got around to it. So I apologize, but I will go through the trades from Friday only because we had quite a bit. So, trades, the 17th. Well, I haven't let it load. I will tell you there were no trades for today. I didn't realize this was going to take a minute for it to load. As soon as I clicked on that, there we go. All right. So these were Friday's trades, and I haven't even looked at it since Friday. So let me look at this real quick. All right. So I remember what they did. They took the synthetic positions that they had last week. They had a $26 strike price, and then they had the $35 strike prices. So they closed those out, and then as you can see here, those two sets totaled 3,170. So when they closed all of those out, it ended up costing them almost 1.7 million. But then what they did is rolled them. They have it for the same day, but they rolled it up to the $36 strike price. For the total amount of the shares, 3,170, and they brought in almost $3 million by doing so. So I actually broken that. I forgot I broke them out over here. So the synthetic, by itself right there, they ended up total brought in $1.3 million there. And then for the short calls here, they had the one that closed on Friday. Actually, they had two here that closed on Friday, $25.50 and $26 strike prices. The stock price did close at $27.22. So they were above both of those strike prices. So it ended up costing a little over $500,000 to close those out. And then they ended up, let's see, this is just one short call, I believe. Yep, they just rolled them, so they're on separate lines. But they rolled them to this Friday at the $28 strike price, which we may be over that, for the 3,170. So the total for the short calls here, they ended up paying out $403,000. Therefore, these two together, they ended up bringing in about $900,000 on Friday. So then, of course, we didn't have any trades today, and then we go to today's holdings. I believe our outstanding shares have not changed since last week, which it'll take it a minute to pull those up. But I'll do it on my computer. Yeah, no, exactly the same. So let me zoom out a little bit so we can get all this on one screen. Maybe. Now my screen is frozen. There we go. Sorry. It froze up and then it went big. Oh, that's awesome because it froze up again. All right. So we have the one short call that we just went over with the $28 strike price, and we're currently at $28.47. And there, who knows, the stock price or Bitcoin may go up again over the next couple of days or the rest of the week for all we know. I know Ethereum spiked really big this afternoon. Bitcoin had sort of been going up all day, and once the Ethereum news and stuff hit about possible getting their spot Bitcoin or spot Ethereum ETFs or whatever approved, possibly, then that's when they jumped. So I don't know how this is going to affect Bitcoin the rest of the week, but right now we are 47 cents or 2% over our strike price. And we can see that BITO went up 5% today. So right now, market value wise per share, that's negative 72 cents for the short call. And then we have the synthetic, which if this keeps going up, it will get better. But we're currently 21% below this new synthetic strike price of $36. So right now you can see it's brings the stock price down $6.32 a share there. But let's see, it, like I said, if it goes up the rest of the week, and who knows, maybe they'll close that short call out, but it'll help for that synthetic right there. Of course, it doesn't expire until next month, but I'm gonna come over here to our prices tab, and I added Friday and today in here, and you can see that BITO itself outperformed YBIT for both days. And then you can see the stock prices there, how they've changed. But it looks like YBIT did go up 62 cents today, a little over 3%. And then we have this new little section that I had done. I should make this so it fits on the screen. So on Friday, it looks like BITO did better than these others, which is about the same as BTC. Of course, Maxi was right there. It was so close. And then, of course, today, Bitcoin is the best overall, with Maxi right behind it. Which, if you recall, last week when we did do the video going through these, it did appear that anytime Bitcoin, most of the time when Bitcoin was doing great and was going up, that Maxi was the one that did the best. And then when BTC was, going down negative, YBIT usually did the best, the majority of the time. But that was in a different video where we went through all of those. And then I don't even know if we want to keep this. This just helped me sort of see those patterns without looking at lots of different numbers, just ranking them 1 to 5. Again, you can sort of see here when we were on red days for the BTC, the YBIT over here was where you can see all those number ones. Majority of the time it was better. And well, we don't have many green days over here to compare for Maxi, so it's a little all over the place. And of course, you can't see overalls here either. Now we can see the overall ranking at the top. Obviously, Bitcoin number 1 with Maxi 2, YBIT 3, and then BITO and YBTC 4 and 5. But let's go back here because I did not go over the tops there. So these go back to YBIT's inception. So since then, Bitcoin, which was April 23rd there, Bitcoin's up 7%, Max is up 5.8%, and then YBIT is negative 1.5, BITO negative 1.9, and YBDC negative 2%. And then, of course, you can see the NASDAQ and the S&P there if you want. And then I was asked to add the annual yield over here. And just because of the way I had this set up, I just did it like this. And the only reason I had this set up like this with the distributions was because I'm putting it here because so these distributions can be added back to the stock price for those days that have the to be able to do the percentage changes accurately. That way it wouldn't, if it dropped by a distribution, it wouldn't show way off percentage wise. So then with that said, one thing I don't think I did, yes, so I do not add in the overall, the distributions in those price changes at the top. So that would make a difference if we're looking at overall return, even though I know these are income and most people, well, you're not expected to look at overall return, but most of us still do, right? So let's see. All right, so if we take those price changes at the top and we add the distributions back into those, then this is what they would be like. Of course, YBIT's not going to change because they've had absolutely no distributions. And it just so happens that these other three had distributions like right after YBIT. Sort of seems unfair, but they did have distributions. So, Maxi has its 15 cents a month, and YBTC had $2.05, and BITO has $1.68. So, and I guess it's not even really unfair because it did come out of, the actual stock price itself anyway. That's why not while we're adding it back on the other days, we're doing that so we could get a equal percentage, which I guess makes sense only to add it back at the top. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. I guess because I was just doing too many changes and too much stuff at once. Of course, with that said, by adding that back up there, you can see that YBIT would be last here. Being brand new and not established just yet. All right. Yeah, and then like I was saying a while ago before I thought of that because of the way I did this, I just did the yield to the side like this because I don't actually have it set up where I show all their distributions and yields and all that kind of stuff and total return like I would normally have set up. So I just added these to the end. All right. Let's see. So that was it. So we covered the trades for Friday, no trades for today, and the holdings, and the price changes for those last couple of days. And then comparisons, we had already done that in the video last week to show where the comparisons were as far as, these go. Maybe if I do weekly videos, which I don't even plan on doing that, so I'm not even going to say that. I can just show this once a week. Of course, I did just show it last week. But, so these are, I guess I'll just go ahead and show it then. The start prices as of inception dates here, and then of course you have their inception dates, and then where they were at today, which I guess I'll do these, probably be best to do these on Fridays, but we did miss last Friday, right? Then of course we have our distribution since inception, and then their change with the rank. I was sitting here thinking about the other tab, but this one since inception. So according to this, BITO is down 13% since inception. So it's ranking last. And then we have, YBIT, it's gone down 1 cent because this is at open on the day of inception at 2015. And then I guess they close at 2014 today, so it's only down 1 cent. And then YBIT number 2, overall it is up 28% since January when it came out, YBTC. And then we have Maxi here that's been out for a year and a half or so, and it is up 195%. So, of course, those are going to be the ones that have been out. Well, I'd say the ones that have been out longer would be higher, but I guess not in Bito's case. And then here we have is, looking at it with the ETF and BTC, and then of course just the NASDAQ and S&P there, and then just the winners on those. But still, Maxi looks really good there. I remember seeing Maxi back when I started many months ago. But I guess it was just the yield and the payout, which now I'm like, well, it's really not that bad unless you are looking just for income every month. Then yeah, 15 cents a month probably isn't what you're wanting. But if you're looking at total return, it looks pretty good, especially when comparing it to, BTC or even one of the indexes here. It's obviously better than those, but it looks really good comparing it to the BTC for Bitcoin versus the YBTC, though it hasn't been out long. But even if you look at BITO, it's negative here. So anyway, I will let y'all go. I apologize for not getting these out Friday. I thought I would, and then I thought I would Saturday, and then I thought I would Sunday, and it just didn't happen. So I apologize. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.